G'day and welcome to Refurbished Rides. On today's video we have this Avanti Blade Comp mid-early 2000s series. We've got it in today on the stand for a full refurbishment. It certainly has seen better days. It was a good bike back in the day with combination pedals, 105 grip set, carbon forks. We've already gone ahead and fitted 28C tyres on to see what the widest tyre we could fit on, and 28C is about as wide as we're going to get. What are we going to do to it? We're going to do a full strip down. Replacement components will consist of new cables, new housings, new noodles, definitely a derailleur that's seen better days, it's all broken up, definitely a chain, and remove the tape, change the seat. We'll go right through the bike. So let's get cracking. Alright, so as usual, remove the wheels first. Brakes are already disconnected. Wheels off. That's locked solid. Put the wheels aside. Under the brakes. Off. That's a bit stiff. Something to attend to that. Hopefully we can salvage that. Should be okay. Definitely needs new brake pads. There we go. They're off. Some in the front. These bolts have seen better days. We'll find some replacement for them, because definitely not staying like that. And we'll definitely replace the housings, because well, I think they've seen better days. But I normally replace all the grey housings, white housings with black ones. The UV light tends to kill the coloured ones for some reason. That's off, that's off. That was probably the only cable that probably didn't need to be replaced, but we'll do it anyway. Matter of course. Yeah, that's off. That's off, that's off. That's off. Off. Put that aside. That is definitely rusty. Alright, now let's look at this tape. What's going on here? Not sure why they've done this. It's just bulky and ugly. There we go. Yeah, so got about 4 layers of different tapes on it, by the looks of it. There we go. Oof. Oof. Oh, this is going to be fun to clean up. I might just carefully cut it with the trusty blunt knife. There we go. Don't want to I'm trying to avoid scratching the paint. I suspect ultimately we're going to end up taping it up anyway. Normally I wouldn't leave these on, but I'm pretty sure they came standard with it, so I'm inclined to leave them on. Like the pictures that I've seen online, they've all got it, so I'm inclined to do something with it, but we'll see. We'll see how much corrosion there is in. That's off. Might just pop the chain off. There we go. That's off. One rusty chain. Caps off. These are the original Avanti end caps. So we'll keep them. I thought that was going to strip for a second. Yeah. Bottom bracket seems to be in good condition. Overall, the bike appears to be in relatively good condition. It's just been left neglected for a period of time, and that hasn't helped. It's got a carbon seat post as well, so half of those in bike actually, underneath all the crud. Yee. I don't know what that is. Sorry, whatever you were, but you're gone now. Almost dropped the Allen key. Okay. That is off. That's off. There we go. That is bone dry in there, so I am glad I'm taking that off. There we go. Oof. We'll see if that cleans up, otherwise we'll find a replacement bearing for that. I think it's just dried up crud. I have a feeling the bike has been used on a trainer for a period of time. Just the corrosion around the grips, and just the fact that all this is dry tells me that this has been put on a trainer and left there. Because the bike overall is in relatively good condition. It's got its chips and marks, don't get me wrong, but overall I think it's in good condition for its age, and it will get a thorough clean. The bottom bracket again, that's in excellent condition, no unusual wearing noises working. I'll take the cranks off so we can get in there and give it a good deep clean, but short of that I don't think it actually needs a bottom bracket replacement, which is a good thing. On some bottom brackets you can replace the bearings, and these have got the wider ends. You're just going to make sure that you remove the washer if there's a washer, and that's what I'm just checking for, and there is, I can feel it. Remove that washer, otherwise you won't. You'll only end up crushing it. This side should have one too, and you won't get the bottom. You won't get the cranks off. You'll just end up crushing it even further. There we go. There we go. That's on all the way. And now 15, yes it is. There we go. That's 1, 2. Hang on. There we go. Tiago. Want the cleaning solution? Sorry, trade secret, can't tell you what it is. So this is the matter now of reassembling. I'm going to start with the forks. And we're just going to put a little bit of grease in the inner race. The bearings were okay. They certainly were passable. Yes, you could put new bearings on it if you really wanted to. I don't think it's necessary. They certainly weren't notchy or anything like that. Cleaned up quite well, so they'll live to tell another tale. That goes on. Plenty of grease in there. It doesn't need a lot, but it's just more just acting as a water barrier. Top seal. Again, smallest seal you've ever seen. But I guess that's what came with it, so that's what we're using. Oops, don't slip. And compression ring, there it is. Right. 1, 2, 3 spaces, all the same size, so doesn't matter which order goes on. And now we mount the bars. Too much noise. Good. Turn. All I'm doing is just checking for side to side action. I can feel. I'm just going to nip up the bars ever so slightly. Nip up the stem, I should say, just to eliminate any rock there. Yep, so all I'm trying to do is see if there's any free plate in the head stem. And I'm doing that by rocking the bar side to side and physically feeling it. And it just needs that much. Yeah. nice and smooth. That'll tighten up. We'll tighten them up. Once we've got the wheels on, clean off the excess grease. The problem with white paint is that you end up getting marks everywhere even after cleaning it. And there's not a lot you can do besides keep on wiping it. So, I'm gonna grab some grease, put on the brake bosses. Just try and get it into all the nooks and crannies. Doesn't need a lot. It just helps. Just lubricate all the pivots. One fit. One and two. One and two. And I found some cleaner bolts than the ones that I had. Normally I would clean up the bolts with a wire wheel, but these were just too far gone, so we ended up replacing them. Okay, now we're going to just take these cables off. They've been on for a while. I'm just going to put a little bit of trifling on the threads, a bit dry. There we go. Bit there, anywhere that it needs it. Oh yeah, that's very dry. There we go. One back in. And we're just going to feed the cable in. Just feeding the cable in. That will go there nicely. And now for another one. And we want the big piece first. Done. There. Clean. In we get. I like to feed this housing through everything. Otherwise I find that they stick out. So putting it in the middle of there kind of keeps it tucked away. There we go. Right, so off camera I've cut the housings for the gear shifters. Basically just matched them up with some new housing. Change the cables. They should have a screw right there. Yep, they do. And it's just a tiny little, well, I call it a screw, but it's a type screw I suppose. And you just want to get this on the smallest cog, and the cable comes out. Done. Once it's like that, I normally just spray some one step cleaner and lubricant in there, flood the mechanism and get it working. Okay, that should do it. Will I get it first go? Ah. Put that back on before you forget it, otherwise you will forget it. And one housing. Don't forget to go through the guide. Much easier without the cranks in place. Grab a small piece. Still got to put the derailleur in place, but it'll just stay there. And now for the other one. There we go. As I said, And again, through the guide at the bottom, up the top, ready for the derailleur. That is done. So we've got this derailleur. That's the one that came off it. Broken leg. I've already swapped over the bottom leg, the cage. Originally had that cage on it. So we managed to source another Shimano 105 derailleur, same model. This one had a massive crack in the body, so I don't know what happened to it for it to actually have that crack in the body itself. That's, you know, pretty severe. So we've swapped over the cage, because the one that we got had a short cage, but luckily they're interchangeable. And yeah, we're going to put it on and go from there. But it's all working well, all been lubricated. There we go. Once we get the wheel on, we'll check the derailleur hanger and the derailleur alignment. But yes, for now, it's just going on as a trial fitment. Okay. That's all. So we'll give that a good stretch. Get plenty of tension on that. Put that in. Awkward doing it this way, but try to get the shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to back off this cable a little bit. I just want to go in all the way and then a full turn out. That just gives you adjustability both ways. Get this over the right way on the derailleur. On this one, it's over the top into the groove and tighten. And you want to put some pressure, you want to put some cable tension on it. The front derailleur needs to be, cable needs to be tight. You can do the final adjustment with the thumb adjuster, but it doesn't give you a lot of adjustability, so you can't take a lot of preload off. There we go. And just check it. Beautiful. Alright, and time to put the cranks back on. So again, cleaned off camera. They weren't very dirty to begin with, they were simply just dusty. Again, another sign that it was on an indoor trainer. And we now fit these. Don't forget the washer. Tight. Alrighty, so it's the next day and I've spent the better part of 2 hours straightening this wheel after replacing all the failed spoke nipples. Yeah, it was good fun. Not, but anyway, we got there in the end. So now it's a matter of just reassembly. Don't forget the protective strip, the rim tape, as it's called. Reassemble. Line up the logos with the valve hole. Just pop the tube in there. Careful not to pinch the tube on the way in. Just trying to do this and get into the camera shot. In you go. These can be tight sometimes. There we go. In. Always give them a good squeeze onto the rim. Make sure they're seating in all the way. And now inflate them. There we go. Just been popped out. So, well, at least the hanger's straight. before we forget, we'll put the brakes on. I was spinning the wheel before and thought, oh, I almost went to press the brake lever and thought, oh, hang on a minute, we're missing something here. Yeah, sure enough, I didn't put the brakes on. Or brake pads, I should say. Alright, let's put them on. Just going to put them roughly on the rim for now. Once we get the calipers tightened with the cable, we'll do some fine adjustment. There we go. There we go. There's the back brakes done. Now we just have to trim the cable. There we go. There, that's better. Helps when it doesn't rub on the frame or fork in this. Let's just get this cable routed correctly because it's going to interfere with all these. Brakes. Brakes. tight. Tight. So that one. Get on there. There we go. Right. Don't forget to lube the chain. And a quick Mr. Chain. Doesn't need a lot, just enough to give it a bit of shine. And there we have it, folks. Our fully refurbished Avanti Blade Comp. Did it fight back? Oh yeah, it fought back hard. Wheels were a challenge, but we got there in the end. Good bike. Most of the problems were due to corrosion due to the bike being used as a personal trainer, which goes to show, if you're going to put your bike on a personal trainer, wash it down regularly. The salt from your body, from your sweat, will get into all the nooks and crannies and it will literally seize everything up. But it came good in the end, and yeah, good bike. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like the content. Hit the like button as well whilst you're there, and we'll catch you on the next one.